Hey guys and girls, welcome to this video. I didn't know that I wasn't audible or whatever. So currently I'll just hold on. What we're gonna do is we're gonna code the storage system for quick content. By the way, we had some great progress in quick content. And if you're excited to see what we have made so far, I would definitely tell you what we have made so far, but uh, hold on. But before that, let's see where we are. So far I was coding the upload module right now. We'll see other things right now, but that's what we have coded so far. Let's actually quickly get started by just running what we have. So we can run bun run dev front end, right? That's what we have. And then we can run the backend, I guess. uh, okay, let's quickly run. So we'll say bun run dev backend, which will start backend. It will automatically connect to my Redis server as well as the backend, uh, the MongoDB server. Now I would like to show you whatever I have made. Localhost port 3000. I don't know what I was doing. Okay, so just ignore this homepage. We'll create the homepage, like a detailed good homepage later on. But first, let's try to log in. I don't remember the credentials that I had, but we'll try our best. I think this was, oh, this is sign in. So basically I'm signed into my account. This is quick content now, currently as it is. And this is one of the companies which I was trying to generate content of. And you can see these are the different posts which the content has generated. So you can see these are the different posts if you it has generated. If you don't know what quick content is, I would just very briefly give you an idea. I'm creating a startup that will help like different businesses to give their whatever they have, like their entire brand identity, as you can see in the brand info. So this is everything that we know about programmer. Like just as an example, you can use any business for the matter. And this has generated an entire summary that what the program, what this is, what are the key features, what is the target audience, everything. So there's an AI system in the backend that we have that kind of like goes throughout all the information that you give about it, and then kind of like suggests you like content. Like for example, these are the automated content which it has suggested, and technically you would be able to schedule this in the content calendar. So we have this thing called content calendar, and you can see like these two things are scheduled. Well, they're not connected to the backend currently. Like I have to still build this, but the idea is basically you'll be able to like schedule content like this, and then they will be published, and in that time. So here what I felt is there is a need of like a content section, content management, or like yeah. So we'll be building that. Currently we'll only support image type content, but in the future we will have video type content as well, right? So let's quickly do that, right? So uh, what we'll start with the schema, I guess. And I'll go to the bottom right now, and let's start with like a basic schema. Media, yeah, you can think that. So it's a media, and media will have a URL, of course. Will have a type, so it's like a video or image type. And then you have like created at, updated at. Do we need anything else though? So every media will belong to a particular workspace ID, which is correct. And will belong to a particular brand ID. I don't know, like brand ID is not required currently. So I think that should be fine. Like this has built a correct, like this has built correct thing. Currently I don't need media access, because I think if you have the workflow access, you'll have the access to all the media. You don't have to particularly keep some media type private or something like that. That would be pretty stupid. Hey Rushikesh, what's up? How are you, man? So that's the schema we have. Like let's quickly generate a migration out of this. I hope my friends have not pushed anything else, but let's start a new terminal. So let's quickly go to the database package, and let's generate a new migration out of this. We'll say bunx um, drizzle kit migrate generate. I'm fine. How about you? I'm also fine. Like everything is good so far. Okay, so we have generated the migration. Now we have to push this migration, so that we'll do by simply doing npx or like bunx, um, bunx bunx let me think, a drizzle kit, right? And then we want to say migrate. This will push our migration to our folder. So now our database, so now our database has this media schema. Now what we would like to do is we would like to go to routes, and we would have like a media route now. So app router.use slash media, and then hello, what are we building today? We are building the storage system random work. I know, yeah, you're you're my original subscriber, the OG guys, you know. So basically what we are building is a media management system for our quick content. So we had like the content generation build, we had the brand info build. So now you can see all the brand info, you can see all the brand info, and this is like automatically generated. So you give like an like a the URL of the brand, of like whatever, like a URL, and this will kind of like fetch all the information about it. So you know, we have the content generation build. So this content generation is kind of like this generates content for various platforms like Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and all those things. So currently what we are trying to build is we are trying to build a media management library where it like your own uploaded media as well as the media that we fetch from the sources that you have given, like both will be linked, so that you know you can use them. So we'll have a media route, right? And then authenticate token. So yeah, only authenticate token, only those will be able to do. And then we'll have a media router which we'll build now. So I think before any of these things, we need to build a media controller, ts, right? So we'll just say we'll have few things over here. So we'll have upload media, right? Async, and we can export this. And so for uploading, if you think about it, for uploading any kind of media, you need few things. So like what are those things? First of all, you need let's call that upload media schema. So yeah, exactly. So you need a workspace type, you need a type, and yeah, that's pretty much all. Yeah, and then what we can do is we can just file. So it's a file, but I think for like it's not like this. Like I'll just say how uploads in an actual application work. So what usually happens is like you kind of like get a signed URL from the back end, and then you upload to that URL, right? You don't kind of like upload your file directly to the back end and then push it to the S3, because that will be technically very very slow. So that's what we're gonna do over here. What we're gonna do is we're gonna be having a file URL, right? So surprisingly, so we can call it file URL. That's kind of good. But before doing any of these things over here, we'll have like one more thing over here. Export const get signed URL, get signed upload URL, right? And then over here, what we'll have is we will have like we'll have a function which will help us to which will help us to like this will be just a signed URL of any key. I think we can do a little bit of research on how to generate signed URL. Right, so you can see like we know I don't know, we can so we can write like this will be a request handler. So we'll say request handler, right? So by S3, right, express, and then we can say request response. Yeah, that's right. And then we can say this is suppose, so we have an S3 utility, and we'll have like one more thing over here. So this is kind of fine. We'll have like export const get signed upload URL, And kind of like how you do this is, I think this is stupid. So this like this thing should be global now, because we would use this literally everywhere. I think my font is a little bit too big. Okay, so over here, what then we don't need this, right? So do we have any other thing? No. So over here we have the file and we have the key. I don't think so. You need the file for this. So uh no, this is not what we want. Um, so in this function, the user would be able to get a signed URL on which he can upload some object, some file in the front end only, right? So yeah, let's see what does it do. If this fails, we'll go and research. Interesting. So this requires this particular package, which we will install. I'm not sure I'm the correct package, so I'll be uh uh we would need this s3 signed pre-sign or whatever, like this URL. Now this is happy, but again, I would want this from import from whatever, like s3 pre-signer, and we'll need this get signed URL from that function. So that should be good. Okay, now this is fine. So technically now this will, what this get signed upload URL will do, what is, you need to give a file name, file type, and a key. And yeah, you would be able to technically get, and this is the expiry, so you need to upload this in an hour, right? I think 1 hour is also a lot. I don't know, 1 hour is fine. Yeah, so this upload URL will expire in 1 hour, so you'll have to upload this in 1 hour, whatever. Yeah, this makes sense. Then what we can do is we can use this get upload URL. uh, we have to supply file name, file type, and key. File name makes sense, but file name and key, how does that different? Key shouldn't be required. Have we used key? So key is like if we want to prefix that by something, we can supply a key. Yeah, we can, like this is kind of fine. Yeah, key is good. Okay, we can put some key, like that's pretty fine. Okay, so now what we need to do is over here we need to have like a get signed URL schema, and then this will be file name, file type. File type could be image and video. This is stupid. Should we have this? No, we should not have this. Like file type should be a string. Yeah, in this case. And yeah, do that, and yeah, import that. Import that, bro. Yeah, thank you. Um, what do you need? Why is this? So we don't have this success response. Yeah, we would like that also. Why is this an issue? I don't know. Saying individual is merged and it must be all exported or all local. Okay, so there's this export issue in this. So what we can do is we can just I think we can do this. We can go here and we can say, yeah, that's probably better. This should be fine. Or like this is also an issue. What? Okay, let's export everything. I don't care if the S3 is also exposed. Like, it's nothing sensitive. If you want to access the S3 directly, it's pretty okay. I'm pretty okay with that. So we'll go there and we need to export this. Do we need to export these as well? Are you serious? No, why? Um, Pretty stupid. Why can't we just... Oh, my Vim. Yeah. Okay. So we have exported all these. Um, I think this error should be gone now. What? No. Let AI fix this. And what's up, guys? I think we have to build a content calendar, which is going to take a little bit of time, but we would eventually reach there. And the dashboard is also something which we. So the core feature is brand info and content generation. So the next feature, which is media management, is what we are focusing on right now. Like all these images that you see is locally stored, like on a folder, which shouldn't be the case. It should be on an S3 bucket or some safe place, right? Okay, so what has it done? What? Yeah. Has it changed something over here? No, right? Okay. It's still doing something. Let's wait. The stream is lagging. My stream is lagging. Oh no, why? Ah, my route is off. Just give me 1 second. The stream will be fixed. Okay. The reason why the stream was lagging is because I have a Wi-Fi extender and I didn't connect to that Wi-Fi extender. We'll have to wait until my Wi-Fi router turns back on. My crappy internet. Let's wait till that thing is up. I'm just waiting for this to be up. Yeah, there you go. What now? What now? I wanna go switch now. No, 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 no. Go back. Go back. Go back. Go back. We go here. We go switch. Okay. Uh. So this is the current condition. I don't know. Is it like, yeah, now this looks good. Now this looks good. I think fine now. Yeah, now this is great. Okay. So I switched back my internet connection and now this everything should be good. Okay. So what's keep here? So what we are actually doing is like this entire thing, there's like the post generation is there, the brand info is there. Now we have the brand information, we have the content generation. Now we are making the content management system where you'll be able to save images and then use them in your post later on, like when you actually start generating the posts. So we'll be building all of that right now. So we have get signed upload URL and then upload media schema. What? We don't care about this one right now. We can just probably comment this, like we would need this later on. So here this is like this goes here, and one thing that I absolutely hate. Oh, so this is conflicting. Okay, that's the reason. Okay, so I just don't like to export this one, this one, this one, this one, this one. Yeah, all of that. Now this should be fine. Okay, so the thing is, now what we have to do is we have to so here, yeah, let's do one thing. Let's go here in the S3 folder, like here, and just change this to this. Yeah, and then this wouldn't be required and things should be fine. Yeah, okay, this fine. So this will give us a signed URL for any given file name or file type, file name, file type. So what we have to do is we have to go here and then so we'll have to create a media router. So let's quickly do that. Media.ts, media.ts, right? And then we can create a media router. Const media router, media router. is equal to router. Yeah, this is good. Okay, so now what we can do is we can export default this, and then we can do media router dot get signed URL post. Yeah, we can, all of that works. We can go here and we can say media router. Yeah, so you need to be authenticated in order to access media router. um yeah, good. Okay, so we have the media router and we have the media over here. Get signed URL is also here. Technically we should be able to get a signed URL for a thing. I think recently I installed a new app for although I don't remember its name. Affinity? No, Affinity is not the app. um, there's this new app for API testing. I saw a video of that app on YouTube and then I installed it, and now I don't remember which app. What was it? Hold on guys, I'll just quickly go on this. And is it anti-gravity? No, anti-gravity is the editor from Google. Let's go to downloads. I think I would have that in downloads. No, I don't have. It's okay. Let's go and test in the Bruno. I think I was watching someone's YouTube channel. They have recommended some really good API testing tool, where actually you can intercept and do all those crazy things. I don't remember the name, but it's all right. So then we can go to quick content. We can say a new request, whatever HTTP request. Name this anything. The URL is http localhost port 8080 slash I don't know something. Create. Okay, so I think create workspace is there, which is this one. What we can do is we can probably use the same kind of pattern over here. We can rename this. I think, where is the rename? This is signed URL generation. That's a better name. Yeah, so what we can do is we can just do this, and this should be a get request. That's pretty fine. The only thing which is there is like the auth. We don't have any auth. What? No way. Yeah, we should have this authorization header is what we need. So we would need this authorization header. We should have a bearer or something like this. I think that's how we had it. Yeah, and then actually the token. And if you guys are thinking where will I get the token from, I'll simply copy it from the browser. Where is the application? That is the token. We can just copy this and we can paste this over here. And rather than this, so it will be media slash whatever that name was, get signed media URL. That's a pretty long URL, but it's fine. I think 8080 is not the URL, but wait, what? 8080 is the URL. What do you mean? It's refusing the content at 8080. What do you mean? Like I have the backend at 8080. Okay, so AWS credentials not configured. So I think I have misconfigured the credentials. I'll quickly check, guys. Hold on. Something is very, very fishy, huh? AWS bucket name. It's saying AWS bucket name is something it cannot find. Wait, what? No. Which one it cannot find? This is the worst type of errors when, the problem is, I'll just show you the problem. The problem is these credentials that you see, they are in my .env file. I'm not sure why this guy cannot find it. So what I'll do is I'll quickly console log all these. Yeah, I'll just quickly test this. Hold on. I just want to see which one is missing. Okay. Oh, the first two. Okay, makes sense. So the bucket is fine. The secret and this one. I'll just quickly fix this one. Hold on. So this one is the secret key. Yeah. And then this one is the access key ID. Access key ID. And then this is the region. No, this should be the region. Whatever. Yeah. Yeah. What I'll do, I'll just quickly restart my backend and see like, yep, now we have everything. So things are working again. Fortunately, I just don't want to leak my credentials. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, everything things are fine now. So now we should be able to go and access this. Please don't upload anything on my S3, guys. Just please don't do that. I think still wouldn't be able to access I still would not be able to upload anything on my S3 because there will be an IP restriction, right? There will be a domain restriction. So we are completely safe now. Okay. So not found. What? How can you not find this? Oh, is it post? Is it post request? That is the only reason. Like I see. Yeah, this is a post request. That's better. Internal server error. My server crashed. What it's saying? Invalid input. Expected object received undefined. What do you mean? Okay. So this yeah, makes sense. Actually, the thing is this wants like file name or file type, two things. We'll have to supply this. So this will be a JSON type, and this requires file name, right? File name, I don't know, test, and file type, I don't know, type slash PNG. Is that how you give types? I don't know. Maybe not. I don't know. Let's send this. Yeah, that works. So we got this is the key, this is the URL, whatever, like we got all of this. And now you know my bucket name, but again, you can't access anything because nothing is public. So I'm still happy. So we have the signed URL somehow, and this is the URL which we will be using to put our object to, and we would use this particular thing to get the signed URL. Now the problem, there's one problem. There's still one problem with this. Now you'd be asking, like, what is the problem? The problem is that this URL could be used by anyone to upload, right? I want only that particular user to be able to upload this, right? So in the signed URL, is there any way that I can restrict, or like is there any way I can like verify, or like is that even required? That's what I'm thinking. Probably will think about it later on, but for now, like, I was thinking, like, is there any way that only the user who requested for the URL would be able to use this URL? Any other user would not be able to use this URL. So I was thinking about that. I think there must be some solution out of that. I'll just see like how they're generating this. That might have some solution. So it's like get signed URL, and then this. What is the second parameter? It takes. What is this? If I go to this and then um forget it. Like let's build the front end right now. Okay, so we have the sign in URL. Now we'll be quickly generating the front end for this. What we have to do is we have to go to the layout file of the workspace level of, and this is workspace level sidebar, right? So we would like to add one more thing, which will be below content calendar. That ID will be media library, yeah, right? And then the name would also be media library. Hey, D coded cipher, what's up? How are you, man? How's life? Photo icon, yeah, photo would be something good. And then what we can do is we can, I don't know, photo outgoing, maybe, I don't know, maybe fine. So we should technically have a sidebar with a media. What? Not phone, bro. It's some image. Yeah, image is good. Yeah, so we can say media management, and then it goes to 404 because again we don't have anything, so we would create like a media management thing now over here. Media library, and then we can create a page.tsx over here, and then we can probably do, yeah, whatever. Yeah, and we can ask our lovely AI to create something awesome for us. what we'll do is we'll, yeah, 5.1 codex is really good at coding UIs. So we would, so this task would go to this create. So we want we want users, we want, so we want want to give our users, hey, I'm Arjun Krishna here. I don't know when YouTube starts showing usernames instead of names. What? Usernames instead of names? Oh, man, I think this is this thing. I'm not sure this. You're right, man. Yeah. This is what new mapping mod. What is this? New mapping moderators can support your channel even more close. Okay. I don't know, man. See, I see this. You know, I should be able to see your name, but I think, I don't know, due to privacy or something, it's just not happy. Yeah, let's continue. Um, yeah. So we want to give our users. So we want to give our. So I think I can record this. Hold on. I should have some way to record this. Can I though? Yeah. Oh, okay. I want to give my users the ability to manage media content in form of images and videos. For now, we would only give them the ability to manage images, and we would also have a video section that would have coming soon kind of UI. I want the UI of the entire media management thing to be matching the vibe of the entire other pages of the application. Make sure it looks super professional, clean, and beautiful. We only want the UI currently, and we don't care about any actual implementation. Yeah. Actually, you know, this, if I tell you to tell this thing to implement this, it would go like crazy. So yeah, I don't want to do that. Yeah. So let's see what it builds. Let's see what it builds, guys. Let's see what it builds. What do you think? How, you know, I you know what I hate about this model, which is like the chat GPT 5.1. This sometimes overdoes the UI. Like this goes and put all those gimmicky effects and shadows and gradients and all those things, which I don't like. You know, this could go this, yeah. So that's something which I don't like. Let's see how does this perform now. Like, you know, is it good, bad, ugly? I don't know. We would see that. I don't know why. Oh wait, can I see your chats now? Yeah, I can see all of your chats now. If you guys have any questions, feel free to ask. Oh man, I just want to close this now. uh, let's go to media library and let's see what it builds. By the way, do you guys like the UI currently that we have? I think it's really really clean. It's really really good. How's the, now it's excellent. See, so no, it's not dropping any frames, which is pretty good. I don't know when this will be done. Let's wait. Then what we would do is we would have like a, let's wait. Let's wait. I think, you know, we should also give the ability to tag UI. You like tag the UI library, and you should be able to, like, you know, I don't know, bundle it, categorize it, and all those things. That will be really really helpful. So that is something also we would try to do. It's building the UI. Let's wait. Let's wait. How many of you think like this will be a great UI? Uh, I think this will be good, but I think 5.1 or like this model sometimes overdo stuff. So I assume, because this is using something called filter. What is filter though? Uh, I think this will create this, not right like right now, but this will create the UI for this. Uh, I assume this is how the development is going on currently, guys. It's all like it's all like AI, like AI is good for me because I know how these things work and I know how to implement these things. But if you don't know and you just rely on AI, it's very difficult to learn something. The problem is even like this. I just want to talk about a very different aspect of this. It even takes the motivation out of the whole thing. The thing is, if you know you can get it done in two minutes, right? You don't want to actually go and code the whole thing, right? So learning anything new becomes very very hard. So I think after this whole AI thing which has happened recently, learning anything new is very very hard, at least for me. Like what I tend to do is like I usually go and turn off the AI thing. But then the problem is, if you do that, the problem is whatever you are creating has to be something that you only want to create for fun, for learning. Because if you want to learn something while, then it doesn't make sense, because AI could do it faster. Man, I told you this will overdo stuff. I told you, see, this has overdone stuff. I just hate this. I hate, like, I mean, I hate this thing. I mean, the 5.1 model for doing this. Uh, mm, man, this, you can search stuff over here. This is all misaligned, so you can upload this over here. Instant crops, brief, whatever this is. I mean, this is too much. This is too much. You have, I don't know. You have done too much. I think we don't need any of those four cards on the top. Keep it as simple as possible, as minimal as possible. We just want the ability to search our images. We just want two tabs. One is the images tab and the videos tab. And it should be very very simple. We don't want anything extra, anything that we don't want. It should just be images, the ability to search images, and two sections, videos and images. That's all. I don't want all those extra things that you have put. Okay, so let's quickly go and say, like, this is how the development is going on these days. You just go say stuff and this does it. I don't know which images and from where has this brought all those images. I mean, what brand ready exports? Why are you doing all these stupid things, man? What is this collections? Uh, if I go light mode, by the way, this even makes sense. Hold on, these things actually make sense because actually now as if this has given me all these things, I think I'll stop it. This is good. Wait, hold on. Whatever. Whatever you're doing, I'll do this. Wait, did I? No, 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 no. No, I accidentally deleted whatever it created. Shit, no way. I just hate that light mode. It would burn my eyes. Finally, some dark mode. I man, just create this. I want to integrate this quite fast. So first of all, what we'll do is we'll support the image upload, image, whatever, all those things, and then we have to build a metering system. So it will be a middleware. So in the entire media library, if your total, but how would we? Okay, we'll have to keep a track of all the things that you have uploaded and what is the total size of that somehow. Yeah, but how would we track that? What have you uploaded? So I think we'll have to do like some key things. So the key that we pass over here, so if I go to the media controller, so if you see we are passing some file type and file name, and we were passing the key as well, right? So what we'll do is we'll prefix whatever file name that you would give with like the user ID. And then what we can do is we can fetch the total. I don't know how to do this. Let's see how to get total size of assets. So let's go to ChatGPT, right? Let's see. So I would say, let's say I want to get the total size of all the assets uploaded by my user to S3. What's the best way to track this? Let's see what ChatGPT has to say. I think while this is happening, the UI over here should be ready. Yeah, this is much more simpler, much more better, I think. Um, Maybe you can keep the 4 cards that you created initially and some more information about the total storage which is left, how much they can upload, and probably you can also keep the filters that you had before. Okay, so let's wait like till this. So short answer, don't calculate it from S3 on every request. That's a good advice. Can't we store all the assets in a folder in the S3 and get the folder size? Yeah, man, that's a pretty good solution. Let's see. Okay, you're right. You're absolutely right. And I think that's what this chat GPT is also suggesting me. So this is saying like, we can go and actually build. So, you know, I don't know why your name is not coming, man. I cannot address you, but you are absolutely right. Like that's how you should approach this. So yeah. Uh so if you can't change the part, use whatever this bucket, use structure per user, or if we can organize this something like this. Okay, that makes sense. If you can't change the path, use object tags like whatever this. Okay. But I can change the path, so it's pretty much all right. Track usage in the DB real time. So the thing is, actually I don't want to actually go to the S3 and fetch the total usage every single time. uh yeah, but I think this will not work for me because I'm generating a signed URL. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I think um yeah, this is a good approach. I think we can just create a folder for every user and then things should be fine. Let's see what UI has it created now. So this is the total storage. This is all the images that it has. Also this could be a description, something like that, and this could, we can filter it through category, which is pretty fine. Now what we would need is we need to go to the page. You can define which folder to save it if you're using pre-signed URL. Yeah, of course, yeah, that makes sense. But the problem is, what i'm trying to what I'm trying to convey is like, let's say someone generates a URL, right? And like, do I check every time when someone tries to generate a pre-signed URL that, is, does that user have enough space? Yeah, I think that's pretty okay because that's not like something which will happen every time. Yeah, that's a good solution. Like let's build that. Like, we can verify it, something like that. So that's fine. Let's keep the UI. And then what we can do is we can go and we can apply some, I don't know, padding 6. Yeah, it's good. Okay. So this is fine. Like this is something that I need. Something around this is what I need. Now we'll have to write all the integration for tracking and all those things. So let's quickly go and apply that per user folder thing that we planned. right? So let's go to media controller, and over here what will happen is this will like even I will have the user object over here. So user is equal to request dot user id, and if there's no user id, then just throw some error, right? And just say unauthorized. And can I attach some metadata for, I think that's not required. That's pretty all right. I'm just thinking, is there any better way to do this? So let's ask ChatGPT that is there any better way to do this? So maintain a flag variable on the DB post upload and upload that if already crossed the line. No, that's not the problem. The problem is, like, let's say someone generates a signed URL, right? Then he uploads the thing. Currently the flow is something like he takes the signed URL, upload some object to that, give, then updates the backend about like, hey, I have uploaded that thing. And the problem is, what if he does not update, right? What if he just uploads and he does not update? In that case, what will happen is, that's also fine, but uh let's ask that. And that's pretty fine. Okay, let's do this thing. Okay, so here what we have to do is we have to get, first of all, over here, like the amount of storage the user is having left, like how much storage the user has. So over here what we can do is we can probably have yeah, so it's pretty simple actually. When you pass the file type, I think, or file name, you can prefix this with like the folder name, whatever you want. So this could be like user id. No, so it will be like user file name is equal to, yeah, whatever user id, not now, user id, right, slash, wait, how are we handling this right now? So if I go to this, currently we have the file name, we get the file name, we prefix this with this, and otherwise whatever key that we will have. So we can pass a key over here. So let's also take user id in this case, which will be a string, and then yeah, that's something which we want. So if there is a user id, we would put like a slash, something like that. Yeah, so we would put a slash, otherwise we would not put a slash. So that will kind of like give us the access to create folder per user. That's what we'll do. So now what we can do is we can actually, we don't need this, we can pass the user id over here. Sorry, yeah, that's pretty okay. So now this will do what is, this will create a folder for every user, and that's pretty fine. Now what we want is, the user would not be able to get a signed URL for, but still that will give us an issue, because what if the user like, let's say he has 1 MB space left, right? And user generates a signed URL for a 10 MB file, right? He will be able to upload it, right? And the next time he would not be able to upload it, but like for that last one, like that's a stupid approach. So we can ask probably ChatGPT like how to do this. So currently how I've implemented S3 upload is like, the user will be able to send a request to the backend for generating a signed URL. The user will get back the signed URL. He will be uploading the signed URL. He will be uploading his file to the signed URL, and all of the content of that particular user will be inside its own folder, and that's how I'll be tracking. Is this a good approach? If not, how should I do it? Let's see. Whatever, like, yeah, let's ask this. Maintain a flag variable on the DB. The problem is post, it's the post upload, right? Like that's the problem. If you do this post upload, The folder alone won't cut it. Exactly, that's what I was saying. We'll have to do metadata stuff. uh, yep, you're half right. Generating the signed URL on the backend, uploading directly from the client to S3, keeping everything under user specific folder. That's what I'm right about. That's a good start for isolation and organization, but it's not enough if you want to reliably know how much space is a user. Enforce quota limits. Yeah, that's all of the things that I want. Keep your current flow, but add DB layer. So what, the client goes to the backend, give me the signed URL. That's right. The backend generates a pre-signed URL with like whatever this. That's right. Uploads done. The missing part. The backend has no idea what actually got uploaded. Yeah, that's right. It does not have any upload. So add a small asserts table and make your backend aware of the upload. But how will I do that? Like that, that's okay. But okay. So new upload flow. So how this looks like? The client goes to the backend, says generates an SR ID and the UID and then compute S3 key. Yeah, that's fine. Then you kind of like generate the assert and then generate the pre-signed URL and then give it. Step B, client upload to the S3. Client uses this with put, right? So far the same as what you have done today. So that's right. Like that's what we have already done. Confirm the upload and get the size. Two good options. Now you need to get the actual size to upload usage. So yeah, complete upload it calls. So yeah, so that's the thing. The client has to somehow update the backend that this is the amount of storage that I did. So let's see how what ChatGPT is suggesting us. So fetch the assert from whatever this, do a head on the S3 whatever head object to get the real content length. Okay, and update the assert row plus user whatever storage. Simple to reason. Okay, use S3 event notification, no extra client call. Okay, whenever an object is created under users, send an event to SNS, SQS or Lambda. Um, hmm. Actually, I like this way. This is like a kind of like a good way, right? So we can use like an S3 event notification whenever the user uploads something, but that's kind of like the extra complexity. Very important for tracking usage. When user deletes a file, but again, like this is a good approach because we would even be able to track the deletion of the objects, right? So this is like a good thing. Hmm. Problem slow for large user, expensive in S3 API calls. You'd never want to do this on every page. Of course, I would never want to do that. How to enforce limits? Don't let them upload more than 10 without pre-computing. Option one is what I meant. Yeah, of course, but that still have the issue. The problem is, what if he generates a signed URL, generates a 10 gigabyte file? You can't, like, the file is there on your S3, and later on if he informs, what can you do? You'll have to go and delete stuff, right? What I want is, I want a way where he or she wouldn't even be able to upload that 10 gigabyte file if he does not have that much compute or whatever. So using the database per, okay, don't trust the client. Exactly, this, the client could report anything, right? He would upload a 10 gigabyte file and say, I have uploaded 1 megabyte file, and that wouldn't work. Make a pre-signed URL by like key server generated. Never take full key from client. What do you mean? Yeah, so that's a stupid. Like this does not this did not solve one of the problems. So so I have one issue currently. No 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 no. Don't do that. Don't do that. No 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 no. Uh, So the approach that you have mentioned has one issue currently. What if the user generates a signed URL, then generates uh then like kind of like uploads a 10 gigabyte file, informs the backend that he has only uploaded a 10 megabyte file, like then there would be like, he would basically be able to exceed the limit that I've imposed. So how would this work? Quite like, this is an interesting problem to solve, right? So you have seen, but you can limit the max size of the upload file anyway, the file that you, yeah, I get it, like 10 MB. But what if like in the future we'll have videos which will have like many gigabytes of uploads, not gigabyte but like few hundred megabytes of upload, like what would you do in that case, right? It's not scalable. You'll be able to solve the problem temporarily right now with like few megabytes of more storage than what is allowed. What my argument is, like, he should not be able to even upload 1 kilobyte more than what he's allowed. So is there any solution? Let's actually research. Evaluating S3 size enforcement options. A good approach could what? S3 can't enforce size limits for put, but can. Okay, it's this thinking. Yeah, that would be a problem if you trusted the user's number. The trick is never let the client be the source of. Yeah, I know that, but what's the solution? Even if the size comes from the S3, the problem is that's uploaded, right? So uh yeah, so here's what it's saying. User lies, you're screwed. Yeah, right. So good. What you should do? A client uploads S3 present. After the upload, backend called S3 and reads the S3 event to get the actual size. Whatever, like this goes and reads the actual size or the S3 notification somehow. Right. The client size is the at most hint used by, yeah, enforcing quota before. Yeah, you actually want both. Pre-check before generating pre-signed URL. So is there any? Yeah, that's what I want. Like. Is there any way to enforce the maximum file limit while generating the signed URL? Like if I can do that, then can't we generate a link that would support? Yeah, exactly. I asked the same question to ChatGPT right now. Like we can generate some, if we can generate some maximum size that will be allowed on a signed URL, we would be quite good there. Let's see. Yes, but not with the plain pre-signed put. If you want S3 itself to reject oversight upload, you need either use pre-signed post with content length range condition or avoid direct to S3 and stream through your backend. Let's break it down. I think streaming through the backend is the most safest option. I don't see any other way. Because your backend could users, yeah, is uploading through my backend slower than directly uploading it from the client? And is it okay if I upload it to the backend and stream it to the S3? Like, is that something okay? I think that should be okay. Like, let's do this, right? We would stream things to our backend, then we would stream that to S3. I know that would be slow, but that would be secure. For me, security matters more than a little bit of compromise in speed. But streaming through the backend would introduce the same scaling problem that you mentioned, right? Yes, that is the problem. That would be like bad for scaling. There is no way to like limit the amount of maximum file size upload on a particular signed URL. That's pretty weird. Like how to limit the file size on S3 signed URL. Server side recommended for security. Content length header signing. Oh, so you can sign content length. That's pretty good. If I can do that, yeah, that's. I've heard Reddit is like quite good in giving good answers. Let's see. I think one answer of your question is, yeah, that's more of what I want. So here's an example of policy variable. Oh, there's like a policy variable. Okay, so the thing is, these are the conditions. Okay, I can pass conditions. Oh, that's so good. What? Like then all my problems have been solved now. Okay, that's good. So I can just let's see what AI does this. Apply a max file size limit on this sized or on this signed URL. Oh, there's this conditions variable which takes content length range, and yeah, this would this would work for us. Um this says 50 megabytes, but like this would not be 50 megabytes in our case. I just want to see where this is using. Ah, that's okay, that's good, but I wait, hold on. It's just it's just returning this. Are you stupid? Like, is this is not putting it? Wait, can we put conditions? Is there anything called body length? Signable headers, and then you have news content length. But you are not using this. So what do you mean? Hmm. Weird, bro. Weird. Uh, we want to take a max file size that this signed URL would allow to upload. I think there should be a way. There should be a way. Where there is a will, there is a way. We'll find some way. Let's see what this does. So I think there is this thing which is condition. Um Oh, the policy part of the form set on the client side. If the hacker is keen enough, they can decode your base64 policy and put whatever file size or type in. That's a problem. Let's see. Yeah, but the problem is, wait, hold on. That's stupid. I think there's no way to do this. Update this to called. Switch to pre-signed posts for upload where you can include. What have you done? That's stupid. Uh, I don't know, man. Uh, let's go with this currently. We'll take care of this later on. I think it's pretty okay. We can take care of this problem later on of like size limiting. Let's go and let's continue building whatever we build. Like this is the issue. We'll keep this in to do and we can track this. But this is like a major problem we have currently. So we need some way to like kind of like track the the files which has been uploaded by user. So uh as suggested in the media, we would have like a wait we would have like a media router dot post um I don't know, complete upload. Yeah, this will be like this. I can just go here, I can go here, I can go here, I can say export. Yeah, whatever, like what it does is upload to S3 is not something that we need, because the user would give us the uh the key, right? Now what we would like to do is we would like to verify the file size, and we would like to make sure that the user has that, like the quota. I know this is not a perfect solution. Again, the last file size could be anything that the user wants. That's a security issue we still have, but for now, like let's put that there. So in the S3 we would have like get file size thing, something like that, export const get file size, and then we can give a key which could be a string, uh and yeah, awaits, this should be async, right? So now what we have to do is we have to in the media folder we'll have to put like the size. So over here we'll have to upload this, and then okay, so we'll have to create this by this key. We'll have to do const get file size. So the total size like allowed to that user for now, let's say, would be over here. Over here later on it would come from some configuration. Wait, hold on. Let's call it 50 megabytes. Now what we can do is we can get the so in the schema uh we have this media, but there was no size thing. So this would be a big int. Yeah, this would be a big int. Yeah, and yeah, whatever. Yeah, so this will be a big int. So this is the size. So we would get we would sum the total thing, total. So we would need to use the database and then this thing. So then what we can do is we can get the total uploaded media, I'll just say, is equal to db dot select. Yeah, whatever. So this has to be for a particular workspace ID, right? Like that, this makes sense. So yeah, the size enforcement will be per workspace basis. Like it will be like for a particular workspace, right? Yeah. So that makes sense. So we'll have to take workspace ID as well. So probably this will also have some workspace ID. Don't worry, we will do the schema validation. I just want to implement this first. You guys are freaking you guys are like, hey man, do some schema validation. I'll do that, don't worry. Hey, we want all that. So we would like to sum. Wait, why not sum? Sum does not exist. Okay, this is not how you do it. Fix this. This will fix this. Okay, accept. So this kind of like select total size is equal to the sum of this, and then you kind of like match through workspace ID, right? So yeah, whatever. Then what we would like to do is we would like to do total upload result media dot. Also, this will be an array, right? So this should be like, I don't know, this, and then we can do, I think this should be total size. uh, what and no, we don't want that. That's pretty fine. So we can say media size, then we can go here and we can say if media size and total size. Is the total size a thing though? Yeah, that's a thing. um what's the issue with this? I don't get it. um I think it's some type conversion shit. I Yeah, it's a type conversion shit. So you convert that to a number, and then if that's more than the max file size, then there's an issue. You can't upload this file because you've exceeded your max thing. Okay, so it's workspace ID. It's per workspace basis as well, and then there's like a whole user. Yeah, I think we'll have to do something like that. So in the schema, it would also be like which user has uploaded this. So I think user ID would also be a thing over here. Um, yeah, it will be like this. So we'll have to even fetch the user ID. Mm, 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 mm. Currently, let's not fetch the user ID. Let's store this only, like, if that's okay. And I think we'll have to do one more thing over here. We'll have to say if this plus the file size is greater than this, then we'll return this. That's pretty good. Okay. Uh Now we would do, no, we would not do that. We would like create the media now. So in the media is equal to await db.insert. The type is image because that's what we support currently. And the values, we have some syntax error fix. Yeah, it's the key. So I think the key could be optional right now, so we'll have to do schema validation on this. So yeah, so we would just do, say, do zord schema validation on body. This will kind of do the stuff. Yeah, good. Okay, good. So now this shouldn't be an issue. So we got the media. If the media creation was successful, no, and we can just do returning, right? And then we only need the media ID, and we would like say log info, log uh, in the utils. How do you log stuff? So we have success response. What is like, we have success response, error response. uh how do we log the info? I think we have a thing called console log. Yeah, if there is no media, then we'll say error response. Otherwise we'll say console log media uploaded successfully. Yeah, that's pretty fine. Okay, so now the next thing what we have to do is we have to generate a URL. Do we have to? Do we actually need to? I don't know this will work or not, but we'll see later on. So we can give a success response. Yeah, that should be fine. So what it does currently is it goes to the So whatever, like we have some hypothetical limit right now. Later on we'll have some configuration file in the database which will contain this limit, and which we would like kind of like update every time. But this should be fine now. Looks fine. uh Let me check my S3. uh let's go to my S3. Yeah. So we have this, whatever, like this content bucket. Let's go. We don't have anything. Awesome. So now what we need is we want to upload something on this using and we want to enforce this maximum size limit. And we already know the bug, so we'll write the bug over here. So we'll say not of all of these things, but to do currently the file size enforcement is done on client, done through the info given by the client. We need to implement a more robust file enforcement mechanism. Yeah, that's what we want to do. So I'll write that to do, and we'll be doing that later on in the next stream. Probably I'll find a way and I'll just show you how I did it, and that would be a good learning opportunity for all of you, like for me and for you. But yeah, that's the thing what I want to do later on. Yeah, that looks pretty fine. So okay, I'm just thinking. So we have get file size. So I mean, the problem is the user will be able to upload it, right? The user will be able to upload that file. It's okay if he would not be able to see it. The configuration, the confirmation which he will give us would, like, we would reject it, and the database write would not happen. But the thing is that he would be able to at least upload the file to S3, and that's the problem. Like, that's the problem currently. Like, I just don't want that to happen. But it's all right. We can probably figure it out. Next thing what we would like I would like to do is I would like to go to the page.tsx, the media library thing. Yeah, over here. So here we would have, what do we have? We would have like this upload button. Why don't we have an upload button? Why don't we have an upload button? That's sad. Why don't we have an upload button in this UI? Currently we don't have an upload button in the media management page that we have. So add an upload button there. So we have become so lazy, guys. We become so lazy. We can't even add a button over here. I don't like coding UIs. I like coding UI, but some interesting UI, not something very generic, very simple, something like this. So AI would do a better job in this case. Oh, we have an upload media UI. Wait, yeah, okay, good. So we have an upload media. What it should do is it should pop up a thing over here, and let's ask this to integrate this. I think it would be able to do this. So I'll just say, so when the user clicks on upload media, a modal should come up. That should show an option to select file that users want to upload. So when the users would be selecting a file, we would generate a signed URL through the routes that we have in the backend in the media router, and after and then the user would upload to that signed URL, and after that we would send in confirmation to the backend using complete upload route. Implement this. Yeah, let's see how the AI does. I think the main thing in the backend we have done. So how it will work is it will so when you click on upload URL, it will show a modal. There will be a UI, a good UI to like select files. You'll be able to select a file. When you'll select a file, it will fetch the signed URL. and the you'd be then uploading that file on that signed URL, and then you'd be sending a configuration confirmation, and then kind of like you're done. I think this will currently fail. I mean, this will succeed, but the actual thing will fail because we haven't run the migrations. And I think that is the next thing which I would like to do. I would like to go to the packages, then databases, and then would like to generate a migration. So not database, yeah. So I would say bunx generate. So we generated a migration, then we would like to migrate now. Yeah, we migrated successfully, so we are all good. How are you guys doing? What do you think? The AI would be able to integrate this like fine, or this would go crazy? I don't trust this a lot, but I think this will get us 80% there. 20% we'll have to say, do this way and that way, something like that. All this thing will be very easy to get because we already have the media storage. Collection, I think we don't have a concept of collection so far, so I don't know. We would just remove this probably. The average upload size not needed, so we'll remove this. Approval pending, we would not need this, so these three things are not required. This is something which is required, so that's pretty okay. And this is all required, so we would remove this entire section, and probably we would place the total size probably somewhere here, like the total images that we'll have. Let's wait until we have the UI ready. By the way, all of you guys who are watching, do you have any questions on the approach that I took? Do you think like what do you think, like how can I solve this upload issue? Like, can you think of a solution? Like, what do you think? The last upload, because the user could generate a signed URL and could upload anything. Could upload like a 10 gigabyte file currently, right? So please tell me, like, if you think you have some solution for that. Is it done? Yeah, I think it's done. So if I go to upload file, I get this UI, which is probably really great. And this would fail because in the S3 configuration, we don't have this domain configured, I think. Hi, Ansh, what's up? How are you? Let me actually pick some file. Hold on. Let's go to downloads probably. Yeah, let's upload this signature. Right, so we have this file. And if I say start uploading, I think this would fail. Like, let's go to the network tab and say start uploading. Request failed with 403. So I think 403 is not allowed. 403 status code. Yeah, forbidden. The reason why it is forbidden is because in the S3 bucket that we have, it is not configured that our domain would be able to allow, like, would be allowed to upload something. I'm just thinking, like, should I, like, I can go to the permissions and I can configure it to like just allow everything. But the problem is I think access point. The problem is you guys will start. Please don't upload, okay? Like, because I'll just remove then. Not VPS. It will be an internet. I was good, but I started to learn pointers in C. So yeah, I'm really bad right now. What about you? Okay. I mean, pointers are not that hard. I mean, yeah. So we have this access point policy, and then it's not for VPC server, so that's like internet. And then you have the policy over here. Add new statement. Uh, it will be API gateway. Is it like domain? S3 policy to allow localhost for 3000. Yeah, this is how you do it. Uh, Technically, I have a JSON here. That's stupid. Yeah, so I think this is what we need to put. Uh, Go to the permissions tab. It's saying me to go to the permissions tab. Cancel. Go to permissions tab, and then saying go to edit course configuration. So yeah, this course configuration. We'll go to edit, and then I think we can write this one, not this one. This one. The problem is this would allow the localhost 3000. But okay. You guys, please don't upload anything on my S3. You guys, I'll just remove this if you do that. It's my third AWS account. They have blocked all two, so you'll make me you'll get my third account blocked as well. So please don't do that. Okay, we have the course thing set up, so this will allow all these. I don't need all of this get put post. I just want the post thing, so I can just go and upload. So I want the just the ability to post stuff. So that's pretty fine. So I'll just say save. Will is that okay? Is that all that we not blocked all public access? Um, I'll just say is that enough to upload through a signed URL? Yes, the configuration is necessary and along the correct IAM permission. Oh, it's sufficient. Okay, so this now I should be able to upload things. So let's try this again. Wait, why me is failing as success failed message invalid or expired token? Oh, my token expired, guys. Sad news. My token expired. Then how am I able to access this? Pretty weird. Yeah, it let's log out. Let's try to log in again. My token expired. Currently, my token expiry is 1 hour, which is pretty stupid. Let's actually change the token expiry. It's pretty low right now. Auth dot controller, and where is like sign in? Where is sign in? Login. There you go. And the currently the token where do I generate a token? Yeah, it's generate token. We go here, and the expiry is 1 hour. 1 hour, which is pretty weird. Let's make this like I don't know 5 days or like five or like 1 day. Like 1 day is pretty fine, right? 1 day is good. Yeah, 1 day something good. Okay. So now what we'd have is like our token will not expire for 1 day, and we should be pretty fine. Yeah. Okay. We logged in. We go here. We go to the content, not count. Like we go to the media library. We'll go to the upload. We go and probably select whatever like this. I don't know. This file is pretty a small file, and then we say upload. It failed. It's saying course error. What do you mean by course error? 3000. What? How can I have a course error, man? Like I just configured the. I'm getting a. I'm getting a course error, guys. We'll have to fix this course error. I don't know why. Uh, is there any publish thing or like? Am I missing something? No, I don't think so. I'm missing anything. Uh, the problem is this is giving me course error, right? What's wrong? Is this like is the full thing allowed? And no. Let's try. I mean, if that works, good, like good for me. Uh, yeah, let's copy this. Guys, never paste unknown configurations in your S3 configuration. I'm doing this because this is just like a test account. In the production, we'll have this very much secure. All the allowed domains will be our internal domains. So yeah, don't do this, what I'm doing on production. So this looks fine. If I go here, if I say upload, uploaded, guys, no way, seriously, oh, this insane. Okay, so we successfully uploaded a file. Hey Ans, what's up? We uploaded a file. Now what we would do is we'd say Bunex Prisma Studio, and we would see what media URL we generated. We'll go here. Please don't show user. Please don't show user. Please don't show user. It's all right. It will be hashed. You won't be able to do anything there. So okay, now this is pretty fine. Let's go to the. We'll go to the media, and there you see. That's the URL. So if I go and copy this URL, I don't know, would I be able to copy this URL? I would just copy this entire thing and paste this. Oh no, access denied makes sense because again, we need a signed URL, but at least you should have the file over here. What? There's no file over here. What? Yeah, there's a file. See? Yeah, success, guys, success. We uploaded the thing, and we passed the checks, so which is pretty good. Okay. The next thing is what I want to check is like, is this storing the size and all perfectly fine? Yeah, it's like 5,538 is the total byte size, which is pretty good. So yeah, that's pretty fine, I guess. Now what we have to do is we have to Anj bro, yeah, chai peete ho? Yeah, yes, I do drink chai. Okay, let's see. Okay, good. So the next thing what we want is we want the ability to, like, now the next things are very simple. The core functionality of uploading the file is what we have already implemented. So the next thing should be pretty simple. So what we would like to do is we would like to fetch all the content of that particular workspace and show it, which should be pretty simple, I guess. Media, we'd say media router dot post media of a particular workspace ID, right? And then get media. That's pretty fine. Congrats. And then I can go here. I can generate. I can put something over here. Yeah. Okay. So but wait, there's one issue. There's still one issue. Oh wait, this is the user ID and this is the actual image. See, but the thing is, I don't want to use the actual image name. I don't give a shit about the actual image name. So we'll just do one little update, but I'll do that like after writing the actual get media code. So let's quickly write that. Get all media of, I don't know, media of workspace is equal to, it's actually a request handler, right? It's async, and we'll have, I don't know, request response. Next is not required. We'll have the user ID, and if there is no user ID, then get the user of our thing, and then the workspace ID will be in the param. So if there's no workspace ID, then do that. And then what we would do is this user should have the access to this workspace. So can you explain me a little bit of what we are making? So I have this platform called quickcontent where you'll be able to automatically post content and generate content for your social media site if you have a business. So you'd be able to like give like a little bit of information about your business, like your website information, your LinkedIn, and this will go study everything and like give you like beautiful content ideas, like for example here, and you can directly schedule it from here in the content calendar and you'll be able to post it. That's what we have built. Okay. So after this is done, uh, so we have the workspace ID. We have to make sure that this user ID has this workspace ID access. So I'll just like make sure the user has access to this workspace. Let's see what it does. Yeah. So this goes and we'll have to and we'll have to import and somehow. Yeah, do that. And let's see what it did. So it has the workspace. So if this doesn't if does not like if there's no access is there, then that's all right. So okay, cool. So we have the workspace access, and if the user has the access denied to the workspace. If if you don't have the access, then you won't be able to get the media out of that. And then we would say all media is equal to await db dot select. Yeah, that's what we want. And we don't want everything from this, so we want like a very few things. Like I don't know, id is something good, type, name, dated at, created at, size, type. Yeah, all of those things. Okay. And we could do that there. That's cool. See, awesome, guys. Now this should be able to give us the all the media of a particular workspace, and we can use this over our router, which is like the media router. Media router. I don't know. We have routes? Yeah, we have media routes. Yeah, there you go. So we can use this over here. Up. Oh, we haven't exported this or what? Yeah, we did not export this, so that's the problem. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. Also, yeah. So if the workspace ID wouldn't exist, the access would also like would only fix this. Like you wouldn't have anything matching this workspace ID over here. So that should also be fine. I think that use case is also covered under this. So yeah, I think next is not required, so you can keep this there. So now we should be able to get all the media, and we would be testing this on Bruno now. So um media, then this would be a get request. So where's the router? Where is the router? Where is the router? Media, and then I don't know, this should be all media. uh and I can go and copy this, and I can go and say all media. No, not this. All media. Yeah, man, um, ask some relevant coding related questions, man. If you don't have any relevant questions, your questions would be distracting me. So please ask relevant questions. If you have any doubts in what the code that I'm writing, you can ask that question. Okay, so we have all media, and we have yeah. So we would need a workspace ID over here. So let's quickly get the workspace ID from here. I think this is the organization ID or workspace ID. I think this is the organization ID and this is the workspace ID. So we can take the workspace ID from there, and this is a get request. I guess I'm not sure though. No, this is a post request. Wait, just want this to be a get request. Yeah. The authentication token wouldn't work for us. So we'll have to take the authentication token from here somehow. This is the token that we have. We can copy that. We can just cross this, and we can go to auth headers, and auth headers. Wait, there's a get request, right? Yeah. Inherit. What do you mean by inherit? So we need bearer token. Oh no, leave it. We want to go here and just change this to something else, and kind of like get rid of this one. Oh, whatever, I don't care. So that's the header. And yeah, let's see, do we get all the internal server error? That means something broke. Let's see what broke. uh JSON stringify cannot be serialized into bigint. What do you mean? Bigint serialization is not working. How to get over that? um I think serialization has an issue. So I think, I don't know, like the result kit serialization have an issue. I think this did not change anything, did it? No. No, yeah, it did. I don't know. So this changed this to some string. Now if I send the same request, great stuff. Okay. So yeah, now we are able to get the things, like at least get the URL. Wouldn't work. URL still wouldn't work. But why is that, like why it wouldn't work? You are, if you are asking, the reason is because it needs to be signed. It's not a public S3 folder which you can go and access everything. So that would still not work. So we would do something about that. Don't worry. I'm just thinking, what can we do? Oh, we would have to generate a signed URL for this particular key somehow. Yeah. Okay. Um, Workspace. So we can ask now this. We can ask for the integration now. So I've also created a get all media of workspace route in the backend that would return all the media belonging to a particular workspace. Now we need to show all the media that is returned through this route on the page. So integrate this. Also check the get all media workspace. The one problem that we have is our work our bucket is locked and it cannot be accessed without a signed URL. So do something about that as well. So yeah, let's see what it does. Let's see what it does, guys. Let's see what it does. We are able to like now get the content, which is pretty good. One of the goal has been achieved, which is pretty good. Let's drink some water. uh, if you guys could give me an answer for like how to tackle that issue, the S3 upload issue, it would be amazing. Otherwise, I'll come up with a solution tomorrow, probably. Yeah, if I get a solution. So let's hope we are able to finish this tomorrow somehow. So it did something like, let's go to the review. When it finish, we'll go to the review and we'll see how this will work. My question is, would be able to see all the content that we have created so far over here in the this section? We would need some categories and all those things. So I think these doesn't like, these things is not relevant to us. Average upload size and all. It's not like it's not important for us actually. Let's wait. Let's wait. Let's wait. Let's wait. Let's wait. I think this is done. It's making a lot of changes. I don't know. Was this too complex? Let's wait. Let's wait. Let's wait. So we would have like a configuration file for a particular user. So how the limits will be enforced is like there will be a global configuration file, like not file. I mean, there will be a global configuration for like there will be one configuration for every user that will have all the limits that the user has, like total file size upload per workspace, total total the amount of like whatever he's able, like total amount of cost he can create and all those things. And then we would like to like in like reference that particular table in order to like enforce all those things. So yeah, I think this should be done. Why, man? So many things it's doing. I just have to review let's like okay, it's crashed. Sample asserts. Okay, my application is crashing. I don't know, it's doing something. Next thing what we would like to do is we would like to build the organizations. It's like next thing which I would build. I think this works now. See, this is actually fetching the URL, but it's not showing up. The reason is because it's oh wait, it works. Wow. Wow, guys, this works. This works. Okay, this works. Awesome. So we kind of like implemented the media content with a limit, but there's like a lot of advanced things which is pending, like actual enforcement of this limit and all those things, which we will do in the next stream. I think we achieved the basic goal of like actually uploading a file in a very safe manner. Like, yeah. So currently, even though you saw like I have a public put access, you guys would not be able to like yeah, you guys would not be able to upload anything to my bucket because it's done in a very very secure way. I would say that's pretty much it for this stream. I would close the stream, but I really hope you guys learned something out of the stream, like how to actually handle S3 file uploads and how it is actually done, how the signed URL thing works. I know that we had this one problem of this like this security issue that we have, and I'm pretty sure I'll fix this tomorrow. But today I'll be wrapping this things up. And thank you for joining in, guys. Bye bye. Have a great day ahead. Bye.